What's a mistake that reshaped the rest of your life? Mine started with a 5-minute errand I thought was harmless, and it cost two people theirs. I was 24, working as a lifeguard supervisor at a community pool, the kind of job people trust because you're supposed to be the one who notices things first. It was closing shift on a slow Tuesday, only a handful of swimmers left, and I was training a new hire who'd started that week. I want you to understand that part. I was the experienced one. I was supposed to be watching him watch the pool. Near closing, an older man came in for his usual evening laps, the same routine he'd kept for the 3 years I'd worked there. Quiet, steady, always the last one in the water. His grandson, maybe 9, sat at the shallow end kicking his feet while his grandfather swam, waiting for their ritual ice cream stop on the way home. I stepped away for what I told myself was 5 minutes, just to run to my car for a jacket I'd forgotten, leaving the new guard alone at the stand with instructions to keep his eyes on the water. 5 minutes became closer to 15 once I got distracted looking for my keys. I don't remember hearing anything from the parking lot. I remember walking back in and seeing the new guard frozen at the edge of the pool, and another patron already in the water pulling someone toward the steps. I dove in. I don't remember the swim across, just the weight of pulling the boy out, starting compressions, someone calling 911, the sound of my own voice telling him to breathe. He came back. He coughed water and cried, and I have never in my life been so relieved. His grandfather didn't come up on his own. He'd had a cardiac event mid-lap, silent, no splashing, nothing that would have caught an inexperienced eye watching a chaotic pool with more than one swimmer in it. His grandson had noticed him underwater and jumped in after him, panicked, unable to keep either of them afloat. At the hospital, once they'd checked the boy over, a doctor walked in with that particular unhurried, careful posture. She told me the boy would be fine. Then she told me his grandfather hadn't made it. He'd likely been in the water, unconscious, for close to 10 minutes before anyone realized something was wrong. 10 minutes. Almost exactly the length of my 5-minute errand. I have spent 9 years trying to make the arithmetic of that add up differently. The boy alive, coughing, scared, safe. His grandfather, a man who'd shown up faithfully 3 evenings a week for years, gone because I decided a jacket mattered more than staying at my post. There's no version of that math that comes out even. I stopped trying to force it to. The part that nearly undid me was the civil hearing. I didn't contest anything. I wanted whatever consequence they handed me. The boy's mother was there, having lost her father and nearly lost her son in the same 10 minutes. I couldn't bring myself to look at her directly. I assumed she needed to watch me answer for it, and I was ready to give her that. After the hearing, she asked to speak with me. I braced myself for whatever she needed to say. Instead, she took my hand and said, "I still have my son because of what you did once you came back. I will not spend the rest of my life resenting the 5 minutes you weren't there when I could be grateful for the 10 minutes you were, once it mattered. My father would not want you carrying this alone. He'd want you making sure it never happens to someone else's family." I didn't feel like I'd earned that. Some days I still don't. But I carried it like a heavier sentence than any court could give, and I've tried to live up to it since. I stopped lifeguarding, a private penance nobody required of me. Instead, I started training pool staff on supervision protocols, specifically on never leaving a single guard alone with more than one person in the water, no matter how short the errand feels. I've taught that course for 6 years now, rooms of 20 or 30 new hires at a time, telling them about one man's evening laps and one jacket that didn't matter. I've watched people take notes, ask serious questions, double-check their rotations. I'll never know how many close calls that prevented. That's how it has to work. The good stays invisible, because keeping score any other way is unbearable. The boy, grown now, reached out to me 2 years ago out of nowhere. He wanted to thank me, he said, for the 10 minutes, not apologize for the 5. He sent me a photo of his grandfather from that last summer, sunburned and smiling by the pool. It's taped inside my locker now where my car keys used to hang.